Ouch. Are the Bears back in control? Because we have a bearish engulfing daily candle and a hard slam down to the 50 DMA. Looking at the weekly chart, which closes out tomorrow, we have a failed weekly breakout and we're back to red on the week. This is as Wall Street braces for a reality check from Powell. Might be time to clench your butthole because if Powell does disappoint tomorrow, stocks are probably going down. Here's a preview for it. Mega caps, technology, Tesla, Amazon, everything is getting hit. Most of the pain did come in the morning, though. So, are we starting to see a base, or is this just a dead cat bounce before we ultimately go lower? What's even adding fuel to the fire is that inverse arc, S&P, the Nasdaq, and QQQ are all giving us inverse signals for a up to 3-week window of opportunity, and they're all at roughly 3 or plus risk reward. That's not good. Also, adding fuel to the fire is that quantitative tightening goes global for the first time in test of the markets. What's quantitative tightening? It's another way of restricting policy. Whoa, 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 stop the show. Let's check the economic data. Why? Well, because the yields rise on bets that Powell is going to downplay a big cut. So right now, the expectation is that he might disappoint a bit, but we're still here at neutral for fear and greed. And it's really important to note he's going to be speaking at 10 a.m. tomorrow. So can we make sense of any of these charts? What are they really telling us? Because lots of people are going to have opinions. Let's see if we can digest to see the actual news. So let's look here. The first thing that sticks out to me is that the VIX has been on a rise for the last 3 days. We've been talking about this. If it gets back above 20, it's elevated. Over 30, time to worry. Above that, hey, we're probably going to have a meltdown. That's just how it works. So 30 is the threshold. We've only been above 60 3 times in 2008, 2020, and now. And remember, on the weekend, we were talking about how Jerome Powell was not going to close the door on 50 basis points. So the market went up in anticipation of that. And then clearly it went down when that's being walked back. What do I think? Well, you're tuning into my video. So let me tell you what I think is going to happen here. I think Jerome Powell's going to toe the line. I don't think he can afford to be too hawkish or to get stocks go lower. Why? Sam roll got triggered. We saw a huge number of revisions to jobs, 800,000 plus, right? That's a lot. And this is just meaning that the labor market's not quite as strong as we think. Jerome Powell's been focusing a lot on labor lately. Why? They got a dual mandate. Inflation's coming down and unemployment's going up. The Sam rule is saying that, hey, if you guys are going to make a mistake, it's like right now. And we have revisions that are telling us that there's less jobs than before. And economic data is deteriorating. What does that mean? It's time to be dovish, boys. Time to say there's cuts coming. It's a matter of how many. Also, remember that Jerome Powell did fumble a previous Jackson Hole meeting. I think he's closer to the end of his tenure than not. So I think Jerome Powell's going to pucker up and he's going to say something that we want to hear tomorrow. I could also be dead wrong. So what we're going to look for is going to be the news versus the reaction to the news. Let's look at a few quick charts. But just before we do that, I'm going to ask you for a huge favor. If you could please consider smashing that thumbs up and subscribing to the channel, I would greatly appreciate that. So I just showed you the NASDAQ, but now let's look at the S&P. Why? Well, it's pretty simple. My algo was saying that, hey, we're getting an early warning, which is a whisper, hey, stocks might go down. But we're not going to get confirmation until tomorrow. What would confirmation look like? Basically closing red on the S&P, on the NASDAQ. Those are the two things I'm looking for. The other reason why this really matters is because we don't even yet have a lower low. So what happened to my mouse here? Looks like it's not working. Let me try to switch over to this one. And 1 second here, right? Stupid Tim Apple. Why is this thing not working here? Here we go. Let's bring, oh, there we go. It's working. It's time to do stonks. So if we have a look here, if we're really going to go down, we got to lose the low. We got to print a daily lower low. So bearish engulfing candle, but not closing. Is it a bearish engulfing candle? No, not on this one. It's actually a higher high and a higher low. So technically, there's nothing even really wrong here, right? We're right on support, and the NASDAQ is not the S&P. It's a big portion of the S&P, but it's not everything. So now let's look at the weekly chart here for the S&P. Why? Hey, if we close green tomorrow, we're closing back above another candle high. So there's a little bit of a twisted story here because even though we're going to be closing green, if we close flat, we're closing closer to the low of the week than we are to the high. That usually will mean that we could get downside pressure or a bit of a puke. If you remember, I've been saying specifically that we want to be receptive to a potential to revisit 525. In addition to, if you're a wuss, when this came back up here, you had a chance to sell at the mathematical number one more time. That's the 161 extension. So if you didn't, and now you're crying dragon tears, Well, let's zoom out to the highest time frame because we're green on the month, and you already know that you had a warning. Look what happened during the plunge. What I kept saying over and over is that if you were so worried while we were gapping down, I said, give it a little bit of time, wait for the weekly candle close. Well, we went up by 40 points. So if you were worried down here and you're worried now, what should you do? Manage the risk, trim, raise some cash, and make sure you understand what you own. Do you own the S&P? Do you own the NASDAQ? Well, different charts are doing different things. Right now, what I am noticing is that technology is selling off. But look, RSP actually made a new all-time high today with higher lows and higher highs, which means you really need to understand what charts you're looking at. So let's make this really simple. Tomorrow's going to be Friday. Yep, tomorrow's going to be Friday. The weekly candle is going to close out. I will be streaming live tomorrow. I will aim to be on past 10 o'clock. Let me just see. Market opens at 9:30. Yes, I'll be live at 9:15. I will stream through Jerome Powell for tomorrow. So I'm going to leave today's video a little bit shorter because, frankly, I covered most of the stuff on the weekend. So watch the video on the left or come hang out with me at 9:15 a.m. tomorrow if you want to see what happens into the weekly close. Thanks so much and good luck out there.